My name is Rekha Rodriguez. I'm an accidental American because although I live in the U.S. now and for my whole life, I was born in India and came over here when I was 6 months old. My parents were both living in the U.S. when they met in Queens, New York. My mother, having been from India but having been raised in Africa herself, and my father's family having been from Italy, and my mother having come to the U.S. In the 1970s, along with her whole family who came little by little, brothers and sisters, and then her following, all in pursuit of a better life in the U.S. and so that they can all be together as a group. And they had met in Queens, New York, and my mother decided to have me in India, where her family lived, where her mother lived, wanting to sort of go back to her roots and to go be with her mother and have help from her family there. So she did, and when she did, she passed away while giving birth to me there. And so I ended up living in India for the first 6 months of my life. My dad then came over to India to get me, to bring me back to the U.S., and that's how I wound up here. It's an interesting story because it's a little bit opposite than I think most people who come to the U.S. coming from another country and coming directly to the U.S., whereas myself having at least one U.S. citizen parent, my mother being an immigrant, but a resident in the U.S., taking me to another country and then having brought me back to the U.S. So that makes me an accidental American.